pussy ass nigga. Hating ass niggas. All that gangsta shit you talking about a thuka when I see you pussy nigga don't be caught with that. All that shit you posting on the book, pussy nigga, when I see you don't wanna talk about it. These niggas be talking like the batter. Make a pussy ass nigga come up at his adder. These niggas talk shit to they hoe. Until I get hit, these fuck niggas gon' know about it. Where was you nigga when I was trapping? Where were you nigga when I was broke, didn't have it? Pussy ass nigga never fronted me a pack. Now the niggas act like I owe them an answer. I was on my ass, nigga act like the happy. Niggas got mad when I started living lavish. A nigga powered up, got deeper with the rap. Ran into a plug, had to start speaking Spanish. Same niggas that I grew up with, come to find out, same niggas on that fuck shit. I'm on that block, don't get fucked with. Big ol' thuka for them niggas on tough shit. Sippin' on tech at the bottom, if it ain't no more red, then I'm back on that tough shit. Bitch, we gon' trap for the luck shit. These niggas say that they gon' bust, ain't gon' touch shit. These niggas want my position. These niggas wanna be me with a passion. These niggas know I was trapping. These niggas know I had dope for rap. These niggas know I'm in traffic. Pussy ass niggas just wanna post stats. Oh, you wanna switch? Then let's get it crackin'. Know you a bitch and you ain't been no action. What's up? Streets turn a nigga to a savage. All I knew was mama cause I never heard of dad. But mama always gone cause mama had habits. So growing up a nigga never really heard of fame. I used to stay with my partners till their mama couldn't stand. Was staying with Lil Greg and ran the Tommy lost some green. I used to have to borrow money every day, I couldn't stay. I was taking anything a motherfucker tried to hand me. Stayed with my bitch till the whole thought she ran. I just want your purse, bitch, I don't want your payments. I was on the road kicking dough for the zany. Now I'm on the road doing shows in Miami. I'm down for the scheme, understand it. Thought he got lean, but that nigga got windy. Used to have love for buffet. I don't know what happened, I'm not understand you. All that gangsta shit you talking about a thuka when I see you pussy nigga don't be caught with that. All that shit you posting on the book, pussy nigga, when I see you don't wanna talk about it. These niggas be talking like the batter. Make a pussy ass nigga come up at his adder. These niggas talk shit to they hoe. Until I get hit, these fuck niggas gon' know about it.
All right, get to it. Shout out to Ness. You guys check out the description. I did put all of the content creators' channels. I did link them in the description of this video. Now, the title of this video is Ness triggering J Dunn, and this is why we are here, because J Dunn has fell in love with Ness. Ness has allegedly been leading her on, and Ness is a very flirtish kind of girl. Let's just say that. But then you have Shakim in the mix, right? This is her friend. This is her homie, right? So let me tell you what you can look for in tonight's episode. Tonight's episode promises to be a roller coaster of emotions as J Dunn expresses her frustrations regarding her friend Ness's behavior. With a desire for a luxurious experience on the Streamyard link, she insists on special accommodations, particularly in relation to her disdain for Shakim. The drama escalates further when Lemon, having had too much to drink, joins the panel and begins to recount his infamous past as a peeping Tom in Las Vegas. Will Queen Tulsa's investigative journalism be able to dissect the core issues at play? Don't miss this opportunity to witness a compelling discussion filled with drama and insight. Well, listen here, let's get into it. All right, Shakim has become a member. Listen here, let me go ahead and have Miss Whitney Houston. Thank you, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Shakim. Thank you so much for joining the Royal Butterfly Lounge. Listen here, make sure you check out all the members only videos. We do have like turn up nights where I turn up. So yeah, make sure you catch us for that. Shout out to Lovestone Gold, Tori 91, Couture Bay. Yes. Listen here, so let me go ahead and give my piece of the commentary because these are my thoughts and these are my feelings when it comes to like mental health. Because Jay Dunn, I didn't hear her initiate the conversation, but the conversation had come up, right? But this is the thing: when you're talking behind the scenes with different people, you just definitely have to check. You have to do like a virtual or virtual background check here on YouTube. Like, talk to some people, see how these people are, right? Or even just do your research and check out for yourself. However, she is a survivor of the Katrina, but this is my thing: she's getting help, she's in therapy, and she's saying, "Oh, I've changed, I've this, I've that." Well, if you change, then you don't have to come out here and tell nobody, "Oh, this is my new behavior." We should just see it in your behavior, right? And I feel like Jay Dunn is living in this fantasy world where people are inside of her head. And I've noticed, like, when she goes on different people's panels, she wants to control it. And I don't know if money has gotten tight for her, but usually she will send money to like drop people down. Okay. We've got Shakim in the background. Hey, Shakim. Uh-oh.
What what is good, Tulsa? I'm so glad you are live. I'm so glad to be in Queen City so we can get into some things. Let's go.
Listen, I was just expressing the whole Jay Dunn situation and Ness's situation, and like, you're a friend of Ness. Now, let me ask you this. Before I do that, go ahead and let the people know who you are, where they can find you, and what you are about.
Yes. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Shakim Ra. I'm a content creator. I originally did like celebrity news and Egyptology and stuff. But right now my channel is mostly about the beef sector. So you can find me at Shakim Ra TV. And yeah, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I don't play no games. I like to roast, gag. I do a little comedy, and I oop, and I oop, and I just like to have a good time on my channel. So yeah, I'm just a good time. That's what I'm about.
Absolutely. And you guys can get his link out of the description of this video along with others. So what is your take on what happened today on Ness's channel with Jay Dunn, her frustrations, and then we'll get into, your love interest, or the interest that was interesting, your love, Lemon. I want to know your thoughts about him and kind of how he's still in denial. But let's start with Jay Dunn. And do you think that this can be resolved?
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to baby teeth, it is literally just it's such a damn shame. All right. So, as you guys know, baby teeth, gray gums, um, hippopotamus leg, Barney body, Teletubby body, whatever you want to call her. She has been on a consistent rampage for like the past, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, acting like she's so in love with Ness and she had this life changing event where someone passed away and, now life is so short. But, today, what I really saw was a narcissist on full display. Somebody that wants to control Ness's platform, somebody that wants to impose rules and try to control um, who a content creator has on their platform, and who tries to also cause division among friends. So what I saw today was a shame. It was a scandal. But what I really saw was a manipulative bastard and a woman that is clearly miserable and who I feel like is trying to take advantage of Ness platform. That's what I saw today.
It's so interesting that you put it that way. And like, she's trying to control her friendships and things like that. In this perspective, let's just say, okay, um, with Brianna, and I gotta put Brianna in this. It was a situation to where she doesn't like her best friend's boyfriend, but she doesn't make it an issue, right? She doesn't go over there and she wants to like fight. And this is kind of like the same thing. Not that they're in a relationship, but it's like you want to come over to my house, you want to change up my living room, you want to move around furniture at what cost? And my thing is, do you do you feel like Ness has led Jay Dunn on at some point in time, knowingly or unknowingly?
I mean, from what I've seen, no. I mean, from what I've seen, she's made it very clear that she's not interested. But Jay Dunn is not the type of person that's going to take no for an answer. Okay, she's the type of person that will force herself on you. She's the type of person that will, shoot her shot over and over and over again until she's shooting blanks. And she's not going to give up. She's very aggressive and she's very persistent. So even without Ness leading her on, um, I think even just her talking to her behind the scenes, in her mind, she looks as that as being led on. That's her mentality, right? So from Ness' perspective, no, but I think in Jay Dunn's mind, basically anything Ness does will be looked at as, leading her on, so to speak.
Okay, so let me ask you this because I know that mental health plays a big part in this situation on both parties. Do
Hmm.
you feel like either party have attributes of being a fatal attraction?
Well, I will say from both ends, I feel like they both have been in toxic relationships before, and I have too. So I can't judge nobody, but I just think they have that vice, right? That vice of dealing with toxicity, and then we're in the beef sector, so it's like damn near everybody's fucking toxic. So yeah, I just feel like they've always had like a back and forth. If we remember, um, there was a big blow up with YouTube cameras over Jay Dunn a couple months ago, right? So like they're cool and then they're not cool. Then they're cool and then they're not cool. So they have like a frenemy kind of vibe going on. And yeah, they both have, you know, some interesting relationships, I could say. Hmm.
Okay. So the reason why I bring that up is because when you have, someone, and I'm not speaking for anybody, but it when you living in a fantasy and you've got everything planned out and everybody is supposed to be on board, what do you do with a friend like that?
Well, I can't really tell her what to do in this case, but I'll tell you what I would do. That bitch would be hitting my cash out because we know she's a paymaster, right? We know that she was dropped off of all of these panels last year and basically paid her way to be on these people's platforms. And I feel like if you're going to threaten me and try to blackmail me and say you're going to release messages and do all of that extra shit, bitch, you better have more than a membership. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that I hope her pockets are as big as her ass. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to her, okay, so what are your grievances with her? Like, I know y'all go back and forth, y'all give each other commentary, but what is it specifically that Jay Dunn has really done to you to where you're like, no, I'm done with this girl, and it's no going forward.
Well, yeah, okay. So, just off the top of my head, this bitch spread lies about my father, saying that he did inappropriate things to me. She spread that narrative from the Umar sector, so she had no problem doing that sick ass shit. So I never forgot that. And then also, um, when the whole lemon situation happened with the computer, she was all forward. She was the number one lemonette in charge. She was a cheerleader. She ain't see shit wrong with it, and she had the nerve to say, that I deserved it. So my thing is, the bitch, she doesn't have a moral compass. She just has a selective moral compass when it's convenient. So I just feel like she's very bothered by my presence and by my relationship with Ness, and it's always been that way. It's always been that way.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that Jay Dunn and Ness trauma bonded on some type of way? And that's why Jay Dunn feels like, they're friends and they're not supposed to ever part?
Um, it's possible. I don't know what they talked about behind the scenes, but yeah, it's definitely possible.
Wow. Okay, so what would you take back to Ness's? Would you take this information back and say, hey, we think maybe y'all trauma bonded, and you know, what actions are you going to take going forward, when it comes to an individual that, because everybody's saying, I don't know this to be true, everybody's saying that, she's crazy, she's been stalking and things like that. Has Ness gave you any type of sign that she was worried or concerned about J Dunn?
No, it's like the opposite. I feel like she's so used to dealing with Jay Dunn and her bullshit that she really it's like it's like dealing with a like I said, a frenemy. And they've known each other for so many years. So I mean, they fell out so many times. It's like, bitch, what the fuck you gonna do next? But as far as their trauma bonding, I feel like they've just known each other for so many years and they fell out so many times. And they're in the same sector. So it's kind of hard to avoid this bitch. I mean, she was on ODS panel today talking about Ness. She said that she will be doing a world tour tomorrow. So I guess we got that to look forward to. Pipsqueak is going to be everywhere because one thing about her, when she gets fixated on a person, she really hones in. Like she breathes, sleeps, and sweats whoever she's focused on, right? So it's hard to avoid a sociopath like her. And I don't think Ness hates her either. So you also got to factor that in. And then you got um, their history of like 5 or 6 years to consider. So I know that it's not easy to just throw all of that away, but shit, like, would you deal with a bitch like that? I mean, trying to tell you who to have on your panel and how to run your show? Real talk.
Well, that's why I told her, I said, if it's things that you don't like over here and certain people trigger you, me personally, I wouldn't go somewhere where I'm triggered. And that's why I asked her, did she feel like she was being accepted or tolerated? And I don't even think that she even was able to answer that. But Love Stone Gold says, even if someone is giving yes vibe, no means no. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like Jay Dunn isn't getting, the no?
Yeah, she's not getting the no. Um have you seen her? I mean, if you were 5'4" and 300 pounds, imagine, you know, rejection for you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put yourself in her shoes, her big ass Flintstone foot motherfucking bear hoof shoes. She has never been good with rejection based on her history, her toxic history with her relationships, which played out in the beef sector years ago. So she really can't take no because it's not like she has a lot of options. What do you think?
Well, I'm glad you asked because she said that Ness had 3 to 5 business days. And so within those 3 to 5 business days, she's not she's not lacking for anything, is what she stated. So I was just trying to see, because this is what I was getting. I personally, in no BS, no BS. I thought her and Ness were actually getting to know one another and that they were going to be like this online couple. J Dunn was asking if she could buy her some things off of her Amazon list. And she said, I just wanted to ask first. So I thought that they were getting to know each other and it was, they had some attraction. It didn't seem like Ness was denying it. It didn't seem like she didn't like it, because when Jay Dunn was over there, and I don't know if she was inebriated, but she seemed like she was having a great time. So when this happened, I was like, well, damn, what really happened. So I think it was just that. I think it was just having a good time where, I paid you your money, there's no bad debt, and let's just hang out. Let me give you an opportunity to have a place that you can come because you've been, blocked from everybody else's. And I think that Jay Dunn looked into that or took that as, oh, she's interested in me, when she was really trying to say, hey, let me just look out for you. I'm lesbian. We're in the same community. I know how it feels to be isolated or pushed to the side, and just wanted to help her out. Or do
Yeah, yeah. I
would you?
mean, you would
Would you?
think that. You would think that, but based on her history, it's like she's a control freak. So yeah, she's a good time when she's in a good mood. Yeah, I mean, she's not the worst person in the world to be around, but when she can't get her way, when she can't control the situation, it's like she lashes out and then she gets more and more aggressive and more pushy. And that's what I've been seeing happen over the past, I guess, week or so. Like it went from her just, making the whole show about her for 3 or 4 hours to now she is trying to control who can come on the platform. So I think it's just it's an escalation and it's just getting more and more toxic based on what I'm seeing.
Yeah. And I've noticed, like, she always says, well, I took a mental note of that. And I don't know what their communication is, but it just kind of seems like, in my opinion, they trauma bonding. And I think that Jay Dunn is really in love with that girl. And Ness, I think Ness is feeling her too. Do you think Ness is feeling her?
No, I mean, I don't know how they talk behind the scenes, but I don't think so because I feel like Ness even said earlier she's not a lesbian anymore. So, based on that, I think that's like what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not bisexual anymore either because when you get tired of niggas, you be like, shit, fuck that. I'm good. I'll be asexual for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's pushing Ness to even say like, shit, I don't even think I like bitches no more. So based on that, I would say no.
Oh wow. Okay. So let me ask you this. So you're leaving the men alone?
No, I was saying that, like if I said something like that, I felt like that before. I've had those feelings before. Um, you know, in recent months, yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. And I'll kind of push forward, but when it comes to you and Ness,
Mhm.
what is it that we don't know about y'all's relationship?
What is it that you guys do not know about our relationship? Well, I would say that maybe you guys don't know that people are very jealous of our relationship. And I'm talking about people from the beef sector and people outside of the beef sector. And people have been trying to like divide me and Ness for the longest. And what me and Ness have is just real. It's not because I'm trying to attach myself to her for clout. It's not that I'm over there trying to get her numbers or anything like that. Um, so I think maybe people don't realize that she was actually there for me during a traumatic time in my life, and I'll never forget that. And we were actually cool before that, you know what I'm saying? So we met in person, we vibed. I've told her, some of my darkest secrets. She told me some things. So um, yeah, I feel like we have a bond that's unbreakable and that's real. And that's not for, YouTube purposes in real life.
So would you say that, you could confide in her and, maybe tell her some of your deepest, darkest secrets? Or is this just a friendship for YouTube purposes only?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can confide in her. Certain things I still haven't really told her just because she's friends with people that, I really don't trust. But if there's anything I really feel like I need to tell her or I need her to know, I definitely feel like I could. And if I ever needed somebody to vent to or talk to online, she would definitely be at the top of my list.
So speaking of support and mental health, are you caring for your mental health? Because I know that Ness brought up, her mental health.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing a lot better now because I was in a really uh, deep depression for a couple months, but I'm kind of on the other side of it now, and I'm getting close to the other side. But it's like every day you have to work on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you just wake up and you're 100% in your best mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? It takes work, it takes time, it takes meditation, it takes affirmation. It just takes a lot of work that you really can't do while you're on YouTube. So that's why I kind of take breaks from time to time.
Absolutely. How does Shakim take care of his mental health?
That's what I was saying. Like a big part of it is meditation and detachment, just going within yourself and not identifying with how you're feeling or what your thoughts are or just anything, just separating yourself from everything in this world and just finding that peace and then doing everything from a place of that. And going from that place of peace, then you can basically do anything else. And like, okay, well, maybe this hasn't manifested yet, but it will. Okay. Because once you're at peace, you have more control of your I guess your outlook on life. So it has a lot to do with changing your attitude, I would say. What about you?
Well, I want to keep it on you because I want to know
Okay.
how do you continue to encounter a guy that violated you and he doesn't take accountability? Like, does that do something to your mental, or do you kind of have like the coping skills to kind of like weed it out?
Well, okay, so it's still triggering, right? It's still triggering because I still just feel like we didn't have to be here because he wanted this, right? So when I think about how vindictive and how uh what's the word? It's another word that I was thinking of. It'll come to me. But when I think about how like I made myself vulnerable and met somebody and gave them a chance, and then they basically set me up to beef with them because they had already went through my computer and took all of these pictures of me and wanted to just destroy me or what. I don't know, to maybe to make themselves feel better, or I don't know what it was, but it's still triggering. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still triggering. Even when I was talking in the night, I'm just listening to him talk about how he's taking accountability and stuff. And to me, I'm just like, the time for all of that was months ago. You know what I'm saying? That was when we could have patched things up, but now it just snowballed into uh this giant snowball avalanche, and it's like I can't really forgive that. Like I just can't, because if I had done something to you, then and I could understand then that you would be getting me back. But I had done nothing to you. The most I ever did to you was talk shit to you on YouTube. So yeah, it's a tricky situation.
Absolutely. So when it comes to him and his drinking and just, I mean, I kind of feel like he wants you. Like, are you willing to like make amends with him and just kind of like move forward? Would you ever work with him again, like here on YouTube? Like, where do you find yourself at in that space? Because he's coming back up. He's on Ness's channel. He's around more frequently. Would you consider that?
No, because I mean, for a time I was because I thought we would move past it, but I just can't because I just feel like I would be slapping all the people that have my back in the face, right? So many people have my back in private that y'all will never know about. And still to this day, I have people supporting me. I may not have the 500, 700 in the chat, but I still have a nice amount of people that support me and that understand what I went through. And I'm not about to, I just feel like I would not only be disrespecting them, but I would kind of be disrespecting myself because, um, like, I just can't let anybody violate me like that. And then canoodle back up to them. No, because I didn't do shit to you. So no, I'm trying to forgive. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I would love for everything to be copacetic and for me to be friends and he could come to my channel and I could go to his channel. But it's like the shit that has happened is way too motherfucking serious. Unfortunately, motherfuckers have made shit so serious and so extra that I'm kind of forced to just say, you know what, have a nice life, basically.
Right. So with all this trauma going on in Jay Dunn, how are you like how are you navigating that? Like what triggers you with Jay Dunn?
Um, what triggers me with Jay Dunn? I guess I think she has a way to gaslighting, right? Like, for example, I could not be talking to her, not thinking about her, not even having her anywhere on my brain. She'll mention me, and then I come up to respond, and then she wants to play coy and play like the victim, like somebody's attacking her, and she can't be on the panel with me. And oh yeah, somebody in the chat said her voice is a trigger, right? Somebody lying. Um, her voice, yes. That pipsqueak, high pitched Mississippi mixed with Alabama accent is just it's deplorable. Okay. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just the combination of it all. And the way that she whines and oh, she's such a nuisance. And she doesn't have to be, but she's so damaged that she shows up on YouTube as this whiny 5'4", 300-pound brisket back ass bitch. So I just feel like she goes out of her way to try to find my triggers, but I'm not going to give her all of my triggers because then she would go crazy, as they say.
Absolutely. Molly has a comment, says, question, Shakim, why do you think he admitted to it? That part will always confuse me. Who admits to committing a crime unless absolutely necessary?
Well, I think he admitted to it because of arrogance. Arrogance, right? When you think you're untouchable and you think you're destroying somebody and you have all of these followers and you're making all of this money, you have all of this support, it's like the nigga didn't think for 2 seconds that it would be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm technically not beef sector, so he didn't think anybody would care. But he also said tonight that when he's trying to violate somebody or trying to destroy them, he wants that person to know that he is the one responsible for the violation and for the destruction. So again, it's like, I don't know, it's a part of his ego or his psyche where, he kind of gets off on that.
So let me ask you this. If Lemon was, because somebody had just wrote a comment, but I was going to say if Lemon was to offer you some money, what amount of money would you take? And what amount of money would you take, and what would be your stipulations if you did?
Let's see, that's a really hard question because there's no amount of money that can really undo what's done, right? What I had to do, like telling all my personal business, all my business all over the streets forever. So I don't think there's any amount of money for that. Um, but if he wanted to send me a nice donation as an apology, um, I would be more inclined to believe that he's sincere. But I don't think there's really any amount that would convince me that he's 100% apologetic. Because if he was, he would have already done that. Like he would have already done that. Like not just for me helping him with his absence and stuff. Like imagine if you violate somebody and then you send them like $1,000 as a sorry or something. You know what I'm saying? That would be like that would actually make me have to think like, damn, you must really be sorry. But he that nigga ain't sending me no motherfucking money. That nigga's a cheap ass pizza on the iron, drinking out of the next motherfucker cup. Why didn't King Roman buy me a burger ass bitch? So I would definitely hold my breath before I would ever expect that nigga to compensate me.
Got it. Tori says, I would like to ask both Shakim and Lemon if he was here. Do they feel like they got anywhere tonight with the conversation they had on this panel? Did they get anywhere tonight? Any resolution?
We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have so much confusion. We have so much confusion. See, the reason I love that song is because like it's about a relationship where like this couple like isn't communicating, or it could be a friendship, it could be anything, right? But at the end of the song, they never really reach a resolution, right? And I kind of feel like with certain situations in life, certain you just never reach a resolution. I would love to reach one, but like I don't really know how I can reach a resolution with somebody that vindictive and that much of a snake. I just don't know. Like I don't even know how you reconcile somebody violating you, right? Because it's like I've only been violated a few times in my life, just a few times. It could be somebody going through my phone, somebody stealing from me, somebody stealing my car, somebody, something in my childhood, right? And I never forgot that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would never fuck with nobody that tried me like that. But he definitely was apologetic, I would say. He was humble, you know, he was forthcoming about, how he feels and stuff like that, which I appreciate, because he didn't have to do that. But I just question if it's sincere because, that nigga's been humble. He gonna be at Ness channel every night. You know what I'm saying? So uh I just question everything.
Absolutely. Um, in that moment, like, did you and Lemon, like, did you ever tell him about you being violated or anything like that? Because it seems like, you know, he studied you pretty well to get close to you and to kind of get you in close quarters. Did y'all ever kind of like have a conversation about your trauma or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, after we got into the argument, we did have a conversation online. It's kind of a blur to me because I don't really remember what he said exactly verbatim, but I do know that he apologized, and I remember that. And he called me, and he asked me to do something. Um, he asked me to do something. I don't remember something with his channel or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'll help you. And that's just the type of person I am. Like somebody asked me for help, even if they done me wrong, I will always help somebody if I feel like I can. So we had a conversation about it, and I feel like he knows how I felt, like and what I was going through from our behind the scenes conversations. But I don't know if that really means shit.
Right. So like navigating going forward with J Dunn, um, would you be open to maybe having a resolve with her to where y'all can kind of respect each other and not violate one another, I guess.
Yeah,
Because, I get, you have your feelings about her, but your friend Ness, she likes her, she has her over and things like that. What do you think that you could do to kind of like ease up the the weight up off of the situation?
well, I don't know if there's anything I can do because she's been flagged already. Not by me, but by um, the associates. So I feel like she's so mad about that. But even before that, like the broad had already made her mind up that she didn't like me and that she would, come for me anytime she could. So I don't really know if there's anything I could do except, not go to Ness channel while she's there and apparently not do commentary on her. And that's another thing, right? He tried to say that she had a problem with Ness because I went live and talked about her on my show. Like, what type of narcissistic, controlling, weird, cringe-worthy, no life having ass shit is that? Like, you try to tell me I can't do commentary on my channel, but you can go live and talk about me, bitch, please. So, I mean, we could have a conversation, but I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. To be honest with you.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Being that y'all can have a conversation, what approach would you take, as I mean, like what are some goals that you would want to accomplish if she did, give you, if y'all did have the opportunity to speak on a panel together? And this is like no name calling and all that.
Um, what's good, Nurse K? What's good, Ron P? Um, I'm thinking. I mean, the only thing I could offer her was that, just to let her know that I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna stop fucking with Ness, and that I feel like there's some jealousy, you know, based on my relationship with Ness, just like Lemon, right? That nigga, when I tell you that nigga was trying so hard to make me mad last night, but it didn't work. I was very unbothered. I can't be bothered with that, as he says. So, um, yeah, I mean, she's so stubborn and, her mind is already made up. So I would just try to see, like, what is it about my presence that's bothering her so much? And can she move past it? Because I'm not going nowhere, is how I would start.
Oh, Shakim. I would say, and this is only a suggestion, not a command, is that, you'll say, hey, I'm willing to have a conversation. I won't call you out your name. I'm gonna respect you as your pronouns and what you want to be called. Um, and I want to ask for forgiveness, And I think that an apology on both ends, um, it really, really, really helps. Sometimes, you have to step back and take a deep breath and, just kind of evaluate the situation, because if you really think about it, we're all talented on here and we are stronger together than divided. You get what I'm saying? Like, you a smart man, you going to school, she's got some schooling, she's very smart. I've done my, this ain't about me. This is about y'all, you know?
Yeah.
So how would you, I mean, how does that sound? If we can, you know, maybe if you can reach out to Ness and say, hey, can you put together a live to where I could come on here and I can mend, whatever grievances that we have. Like, I want to move forward and get over it, like in a healthy direction. Because like I said, if Ness is your friend, if there's going to be maybe plenty other women or that come up in her life that, y'all might, it might be another situation like this, right? I don't know what I'm saying.
Mm. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm open to it. Do I have any like grandiose expectations that anything will come of it? No. Like I think she's just too manic right now to make any resolution. She can't even get along with Ness, so I know she ain't gonna be able to get along with me. But would I have the conversation? Absolutely, because I know y'all will be entertained, and I know y'all will definitely be watching and being messy and stirring the pot. So I mean, it'll be good for the sector. I'll do it. I'll do it for the streets. Absolutely.
Okay. So let me ask you this. As far as with Lemon, um, with him trying to come back into Ness's life, from
Mhm.
what you heard, Custard, kind of revealing things like that. Where do you, I mean, where do you stand with that? Are you, when Custard had come on, was any of that triggering to you, or was it like a aha moment, or damn, I kind of felt that too, or that was a sign, or was there anything that you felt when he was coming in and sounding off about what was going on?
Well, I mean, I thought it was like a aha thing because he's known Lemon for years, and um, he made some very explosive allegations. Um, and whether they're true or not, I just thought it was good for the sector that he came back. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was good. It would have been a good back and forth, but Lemon's is not going to respond or really give it the energy that just like King Roman, he doesn't really have that energy with anybody except Shakim Rock, right? So it was good for the sector though. Um, Now I'm curious because there were allegations of prostitution, right? So I'm just curious if that was the reason he was banned off for Grinder. You know what I'm saying? I'm really curious. I just want to know because I don't know if you were paying attention, but anytime Grinder was mentioned, like when I asked him about Grinder, that nigga went into a whole motherfucking soliloquy about some other shit. So anytime Grinder's mentioned, that nigga don't want to answer no questions. But anything else, the nigga got a million stories. So yeah, it makes me raise a few eyebrows. Yeah.
Okay, so the question of the hour: will you consider taking J Dunn's strikes away?
I tried, but I actually tried because Ness asked me to. So I tried, but I guess because it's already in a certain stage that you can't do it. So it's kind of her fault because if the bitch didn't appeal so fast, I could have did it. But yeah, once you appeal it, it's like nothing you can really do until the 10 business days is over. But I tried though. I tried only because Ness asked me to.
Okay, so you did make an attempt. So, I would lead with that conversation if y'all do have a conversation
Hmm.
together. Say, hey, I did, reconsider my feelings and my thoughts about what happened, and after having a conversation with Ness, because we both, you know, like I said, y'all share a mutual friend, and having that energy around it kind of puts Ness in, the hot seat, and it kind of makes her have to choose and pick. And it's like, we're grown. Like, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Um, so when it comes to Lemon, have you uh tried to retract those strikes, or was those just they're there, it's up and it's stuck?
Yeah. With him, it's up and it's stuck because, like I said, that was my petty get back for 2025. Okay. So when it comes to him, I wasn't taking anything off. And with him, it's the same thing. Like, he already appealed it. So even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to. But hell no. I'm not did I get a cash out? Did I get anything? Um, I didn't get shit. So, what I will say is that Okay, let's say it was March 1st, you know what I'm saying? And, I got some sort of public apology or some sort of, I don't know, just something, right? It didn't even have to be money. But if that would have happened that same day, then I would have did it. But that didn't happen. So here we are.
All right. So, when it comes to oh, when it comes to I don't know. I don't even know how to even ask this. Okay, so bear with me, okay? When it comes to you, I don't even know. Okay,
Take your time.
I'm not gonna ask that question. But I guess we can do like closing remarks. I didn't want to keep it the live too long, but I was trying to redirect you. Do you have a live setup?
No, I'm not going live tonight.
Okay. Oh,
But trying to think. I think Lemon is actually over there at Lolo's.
oh really?
Yeah, so let's see if he shows up. I'll be watching in the clouds, of course. Oh, he's already over there. So yeah, I'll be watching that in the clouds. And Pizarro's having a birthday party with 20 people. So, there's plenty of things to watch. But my black ass got to study because I got some job interviews I'm trying to get this Monday. Okay.
And I was just trying to keep it professional. I know it's the beef sector, but I actually wanted to have a conversation because I was a little triggered by it. And I'm like, mental health, when you get to talking about that, it's really a big deal in our community, especially. And I know Ness said that she wasn't seeing a therapist right now, but I would definitely consider a therapist. Therapy is amazing. I'm an advocate of therapy. I have PTSD. And so I just want to make sure I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? But let the people know who you are, what your channel is, and what they can expect from you going forward. I mean, despite all of this going on with the beef sector and stuff like that, like real hardcore stuff, what can we see from you in the future?
Okay. So I do want to say I agree with the people in the chat. They said this supposed to be a little good old mess alive, but you were in your interview bag, which is cool. Um, but it's nothing wrong with being ratchet and ghetto Tulsa because that's why we love you. But in the future, so I have a new album coming out that I've been working on. Um, you know, that's coming out next month. I'm turning 30, so I want to have like a big celebration with that coming out. And I want to do a concert and all of that stuff. So that's coming. And of course, I'll be doing beef sector reactions, beef sector content on the Shakim Rock TV channel. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep my foot up on these niggas' necks. Okay. And I got a size 13 foot. So it's definitely hard to get my foot off of that neck. Okay. So I'm gonna keep my foot on people's necks that's fucking with me. And I do want to get back into my spiritual content because I've been neglecting that. But I'm feeling more in touch with the spirit than I have in a long time. So I'll be doing some more spiritual content on my Amen Ra channel too.
Absolutely. And Shakim's link is in the description. Also Ness, also J Dunn's. So you all make sure you check out all the content creators when they go live. These are Black businesses, and let's support Black businesses. Let's bring the conversations over here, the uncomfortable conversations that y'all don't want to have over there in the beef sector. I'm willing to do them here. But it was a pleasure having you here, and good luck to you. And I just say stay safe out here in these streets and keep your eye on the prize. I'm so proud of you for coming back and, you know, really taking the time to heal and address your mental health, and also being a friend and reconsidering things for your friend, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really enjoyed myself over here in Queen City. I appreciate you having me over here. And yeah, I appreciate what you bring to the sector as well. So, I don't give a fuck who don't like you. Just know that you're very valuable because, at least when you come on the panel, you have something to say or you turn it up. So likewise to you, keep doing what you're doing. And I appreciate you having me. Peace to everybody in the chat. Y'all have a good night. All right. Peace out.
All right. Good night. All right. So you all listen here. That was Shakim Ra. Like I said, you guys can find him here on YouTube. He is a content creator. He is back and he's back with a vengeance. I mean, when you talk about the people in the streets have been getting flagged like the police have been behind them. This was a great show. This was a great broadcast. And I just want to end it on here. We're going to come back live here in a minute where we invite others up. But this was simply an interview for Shakim Ra TV. On that note, so long.
Hey, man. All that gangsta shit you talking about a thuka when I see you pussy nigga don't be caught with that. All that shit you posting on the book, pussy nigga when I see you don't wanna talk about it. These niggas be talking like the batter. Make a pussy ass nigga come up at his adder. These niggas talk shit to they hoe. Until I get hit, these fuck niggas gon' know about it. Where was you nigga when I was trapping? Where were you nigga when I broke, didn't have it? Pussy ass nigga never fronted me a pack. Now the niggas act like I owe them an answer. I was on my ass, nigga act like the hat. Niggas got mad when I started living lavish. A nigga powered up, got deeper with the rap. Ran into a plug, had to start speaking Spanish. Same niggas that I grew up with, come to find out, same niggas on that fuck shit. I'm on that block, don't get fucked with. Big ol' thuka for them niggas on tough shit. Sippin' on tech at the bottom, if it ain't no more red, then I'm back on that tough shit. Bitch, we gon' trap for the luck shit. These niggas say that they gon' bust, ain't gon' touch shit. These niggas want my position. These niggas wanna be me with a passion. These niggas know I was trapping. These niggas know I had dope for rap. These niggas know I'm in traffic. Pussy ass niggas just wanna post stats. Oh, you wanna switch? Then let's get it crackin'. Know you a bitch and you ain't been no action. What's up? Streets turn a nigga to a savage. All I knew was mama cause I never heard her dad. But mama always gone cause mama had habits. So growing up a nigga never really heard of fans. I used to stay with my partners till their mama couldn't stand. Was staying with Lil Greg and ran the Tommy lots of green. I used to have to borrow money every day, I couldn't stay. I was taking anything a motherfucker tried to hand me. Stayed with my bitch till the whole thought she ran. I just want your purse, bitch, I don't want your payments. I was on the road kicking dough for the zany. Now I'm on the road doing shows in Miami. I'm down for the scheme, understand it. Thought he got lean, but that nigga got whammy. Used to have love for buffet. I don't know what happened, I'm not understanding. All that gangsta shit you talking about a thuka when I see you pussy nigga don't be caught with that. All that shit you posting on the book, pussy nigga when I see you don't wanna talk about it. These niggas be talking like the batter. Make a pussy ass nigga come up at his adder. These niggas talk shit to they hoe. Until I get hit, they fuck niggas gon' know.